Good morning, and welcome to this week's episode of Monday Motivation. My name's Jenny Kovacs, and if you have never ever seen one of these Monday Motivations before, let me tell you how they got started. They got started way back in 2008 while I was still working in financial services, while Monday was getting a bit of a bad rap. So, what I decided to do, being a learning and development manager, quite a senior manager at that, was to just give a little pep up for a Monday for my colleagues. And it started off with just sending a motivational message or just a little something so that people had a bit of a spring in their step for a Monday. Years later, in 2010, when I decided to start my own business, I decided to carry on that tradition, and people that were on my list would receive a little motivational quote on a Monday morning. And then just over, a year and a half ago, I decided to bring them to life. I decided to bring these Monday motivations to you live and direct. Now, thanks to the lovely and wonderful powers of Facebook, I'm able to bring them live and direct to you from my home. You can see I'm not using a studio. In fact, I'm up in the Midlands of the UK, and it's a bit of a frosty morning. So I've chosen to shoot this to you in front of this radiator. So if you're watching and thinking, what on earth is that in the background? That's all it is. So for those of you, let me just get a little bit comfy. There you go. Sorry about the view of the radiator behind my head. But this is how I bring these nuggets of wisdom to you every Monday. So I'm hoping that we'll be about 15 to 20 minutes of just giving you a bit of a pep for your Monday motivation. Let me just pull this camera down a bit. That's it. So here's the drill. If you're watching and you want to say hello, please do type in the box below and say hello. It lets me know a couple of things. First of all, it lets me know that everything's working as it should. Naughty Facebook, sometimes you guys are typing comments, asking questions, and I don't see them. So just in case, I have brought another device. So if you are watching, or you're one of the regulars that like to watch and contribute to the conversation, just type a hello or something like that in the box, or give me a thumbs up or a love heart. And if I see something going across the screen, then I know that everything is working as it should. But in the meantime, the power of not now. And why is this even a thing? Why is this even a subject? So, hey, everything's working. Morning, Jenny, says Ivona. Hi, Ivona. I hope you had a gorgeous night's rest and a gorgeous night's sleep. That's good. I know that the comments and questions are working. So if you do have any comments or questions as we're streaming live, or even if you're watching this on the replay, then please don't be afraid to type anything in the box below. I love to engage with you while you're live. That's the reason why I get up so early on a Monday morning. So, the power of not now. I guess, why am I talking about the power of not now? I think it has come to my attention, especially as a coach, namely originally a life coach. I'm one that's kind of transitioned to specialise in the area of standing out, helping you to stand out in the right way, in the right place, so that your life can go forward in the way that you want it to. I call it visibility. I call it being seen, being heard, and being remembered, I guess. So one of the things that I come across a lot in the personal development field is the whole piece of things having to happen very quickly, things having to happen right away. Thank you for the thumbs ups, for those of you that are sending the thumbs ups too. And I guess there's a myth to it and there's a reality to it as well. But the thing that I see the most that is actually quite heartbreaking to me is that so many people, hey, Buzz is on. Morning, Buzz, great to see you. I'm up in Stoke, Buzz, but you know, we need to get together. So, hey, morning, Dee. Thanks for hopping on and thanks for saying good morning. One of the things that I see a lot in the personal development field is where people want to do better, be better, have more, and just live a better or a different type of life. And with that pressure of doing better, being better, having more, comes a little bit of a smoke and mirrors illusion that I want to bust around having things done now. You know, we do live in a more fast-paced world than when I certainly was growing up. And it's funny because I was saying this to somebody quite recently. A lot of my clients, are of an age where they remember things when things weren't so instant. They remember a world where you didn't Google things, you might have gone to the library to look it up, which meant waiting for a bus, or persuading a parent to take you down to the library, or walking down there. Everything took a little bit of time. Hey Namisha, good morning my lovely. But just because it took a little bit of time to get the result didn't make it any less important, didn't make it any less effective, didn't make it any less workable or doable in our lives. It just meant that we'd made the decision up here that we wanted to do something, wanted to be something, wanted to get something, wanted to have something, and then we would take the steps to do it. And actually, nothing's changed in that respect. Nothing's changed. So I just want you to think for a moment of something that you're striving for, something that you're aiming towards. Now, a majority of you on this page, I know, have a business, and a majority of you either have a business or multiple businesses. And a majority of your main aims for a lot of you that love this page is to get stuff done and is to be more visible to the people that you want to see. And I get that. I also know that some of you that watch this are highly ambitious, really want to get things done, and you want to go out in the world and spread your ripples far and wide. You want more people to hear your message. You want more people to know about what you do. You want more people to know about how great their life can be, and in that respect, you want to make a difference. And the frustration behind all of that can sometimes feel a bit like we want it now. And I was reflecting on some of the episodes of these Monday motivations that I've done. And I do remember one in particular where I talked about, what are you waiting for? Kind of, I didn't say it quite like that, but what are you waiting for? Make the decision, go for it now. But there are actually times when that can harm us. And it can harm us because it puts us under a lot of pressure. Does anybody resonate with that? Have you ever wanted something so badly, so much, so right now, that you've put yourself under so much pressure and it's almost blown a gasket somewhere? It puts you into overwhelm, it puts you into fear, it puts you into doubt. I know that I certainly speak from personal experience of really wanting things and wanting things so badly that I have gone for it, I used to say gone for it like my hair's on fire, and then I thought that's not a really good analogy, but I went for it and didn't let anything stand in my way and pushed through. And it's a really great way to burn yourself out. Let's be fair about this. For some of us, our desire in order for us to push through and do everything means that we're working extra long hours, that we are not taking care of ourselves in the way that we would take care of others, which is always interesting, that we are beating ourselves up. It could be our internal dialogue, our inner voice that tells us we're stupid, we're not as good as this person. The other thing that is a real symptom along the way is comparisonitis, where we're looking at others for inspiration, and all of a sudden that seems to turn to a self-beating up stick. And I reflected on some of my words where I'm saying, go for it, make the decision, don't hang around. And I didn't want to be part of the brigade of go for it, and if you're not doing it, you're not serious about it. Because as a life coach, I like to help you find your own answers, find your own solutions, and get to the place that you need to be. And I certainly don't want to contribute to the whole jump, leap now, do it now, to your detriment, especially when it comes to burnout, especially if it comes to overwhelm, especially as it comes to the I don't know what to do next. That's not how I roll. So I wanted to reflect on the power of not now and how you can use that effectively in your life to get the things that you want done without the stress, without the strain, without the self-burnout. So I'm just going to go into that. Hi Lisa. Lisa joins us. Hello Lisa. Does that make any sense? If that makes sense to you, you resonate with anything I've just said then, would you give me a thumbs up or a love heart so that I know whether to kind of go deeper on that or whether that makes sense? Because what I'd like to do now is talk about how you navigate out of that, so that you're not in that place of pressure, so that you're not in that place of pushing, so that you're not in that place of burnout or overwhelm. And just because it's not a physical burnout doesn't mean that we don't sometimes get a kind of a mental burnout. Oh, Thank you for the love hearts and the thumbs up. Okay, excellent. And for those of you that are jumping on and wondering why I'm sat in front of the radiator, I'm up in the not so sunny Stoke-on-Trent yet, because it is 7 a.m. or gone past 7 a.m. And I'm sat in the best place to get Wi-Fi, and I'm also sat in the best place, which is actually lovely and warm. See, I'm not daft. I'm just playing around with my microphone, which may have just slightly muffled what I said there, but hopefully you heard that lovely and clearly. So, what do you do to utilise the power of not now? I'm all for the just go for it. I'm all for the jump and the net will appear, but not when it comes to your detriment. Because if you land in the place of detriment, of overwhelm, of stress, of comparisonitis, of not knowing where to go next, all that happens is it clouds your decision to move forward. And as we move forward with this, I want you to remember, I'm going to paraphrase a very well-known saying around being present, being in the now. And being present is one of the best places to stay. Going back and reflecting on the past will often put us into some form of stress, and looking to the future and trying to live from the future will often put us into a form of anxiety. So here's a great way to be present and to still take the leaps forward and to utilise the power of not now. So with everything, think of that thing that you're really striving to, to reach, to get, to have, to be. And think about how you could have inadvertently been putting pressure on yourself to reach it or to get there. What sort of things have you been doing? What have you been saying? What have you been seeing around your own behaviours, or what you've been contributing to that? How have you been feeling? Okay. And take note. It's like recognise the times where the forward momentum has had you juiced, has had you filled with joy, has had you really enthused. And then think about the times when it has had you feel anxious or stuck. And what I'd like you to do for a moment is just to look at the times where it makes you feel anything other than in flow, excited, jazzed, really pumped to go forward. Now, here's something I want you to know about that. It's likely that those feelings, whether it's fear, frustration, or anything else, and it's up to you to identify that feeling, which is normally quite easy to do. It's normally the one that floats in your mind and you dismiss. No, that's not me. That's somebody else that happens to, but not me. And to know that in order to utilise the power of not now to have, do, be, get the things that you want, there's a bridge to cross. Now, imagine this, you're crossing a river, or you're crossing a bridge, or you're up high or down low, or whatever feels good for you. There'll be a number of steps to take. So there's nothing wrong with going for your dream. There's nothing wrong with going for an ambition. There's nothing wrong with going for it. The thing is to know that it takes a number of steps. To stop putting a limit on your time and saying, this is the thing that I need, this is what I want, and this is how I'm going to move forward. So I know that when I've worked with a number of people, and it definitely goes into the thousands over the years that I've worked with, there's one really great tool that I use, and it's the 5 steps, I call it to being successful. And those 5 steps could be being successful in being able to boil rice. Hey Kaslina, good morning. Oh, thank you so much for joining. I see a lot of new faces on here today. Thank you, I'm really honoured. And if you are new to this page and haven't yet liked this page, do give it a like, and do remember to click on notifications so that any time that I post any nuggets on here or that I go live, you get notified. The choice is then yours as to whether you watch. I'd love you to come and join me because I love interacting with you when I'm live. But at least you'll be able to watch back. A lot of these Facebook Lives will automatically save as a replay. And if you're feeling it and anything that I'm saying is resonating with you and you have people that you can share this with, by all means, give it a share on your timeline. I talk about all things life and business here. And you never know who might need to hear this message at this particular time. So if you are looking to get stuff done and utilise the power of not right now, there's nothing wrong in making a decision in the moment that there's something that you want to go for. I always say decision's an important thing. That decision could be I'm going for it, or the decision could be not now. So I know that using a personal experience, I know that there are things that I've wanted to achieve, places that I've wanted to go, people that I've wanted to be in a room with. And in order to make that happen, the very first step is actually an internal one. It's a mental step. It's the one that has you say, you know what? This is exactly where I want to be, what I want to do, with who I want to do it with. That is enough of a decision. That is enough to put you on that trajectory. What often happens where it doesn't work for people is where they push and push and push and try and move forward and try and get stuff done and try and use their own energy, their own power to get everything done. And there's a gorgeous saying in a book called A Course in Miracles, which says something like, a sign of fear, or fear is a sign that you're trusting in your own strength. We all have communities around us. We have people that can help. Sometimes we even have people within our business, people within our organisation, people within our teams. And it's okay to use that. Some of us believe in something bigger and different, more different out there. And that's okay too. Whatever your own belief is, whatever it is that you want to do. If you think about these like high-performing athletes, they get in the zone. In order for them to get in the zone and to win their race, or to win the marathon, or to win their particular sport, whether it's football or rugby or soccer for my American friends, in order for them to do that, they get in the zone. There becomes a point where they've done their training, they've got their focus and their eyes forward, ready to go. And then it's like they hand it off to something or someone else. And in order to be able to perform effectively, to perform at their highest, that's where they go to. They hand it over, they hand it off, they know they've done the training, they get in the zone. When you look at any high-performing sports people, athletes and people like that, you almost see it in their face. In fact, there's a photograph that was taken of me in 2014 when I did a glass walk, and you can see I'm like completely zoned out, because I think if I'd walked across broken glass and had in my head, oh my gosh, how do I do this? It's like you automatically hand it off or hand it over, to something else or somewhere else. You focus, you get in the zone, and you go for it. And this is very much like utilising the power of not now. So in my own personal experience, the place that I wanted to be in, the thing that I wanted to do, I just made the decision quite instantly that this is what I wanted to do. And I kind of kept out of the exact and the specific hows. So this is not to say that I put out a pipe dream and then sat there and twiddled my thumbs and waited for things to happen. But I got very intentional about what I wanted. I got very specific about what I wanted as an end result. But I didn't get into the nitty gritty of exactly how it was going to happen, where it was going to come from, who was going to be part of it, how much of a part I would play in it. I just almost visioned it and knew and trusted that it would happen. And when you come from that place, it makes it a lot easier to take decisions that keep you in flow, in focus, and it keeps you out of the stress, the anxiety. Does that make any sense? And if you've got any questions around that, please, please do type them in the box below. I just basically want to finish off by saying that I would love you to think of something that you want to do this week. It doesn't have to be something huge like, build an empire. It could be something that you would really like to achieve. Something that you're maybe looking to achieve within this week, or maybe something that you're looking to achieve within the month. We've got, just under 2 weeks left of this month. It could even be something that you're looking to achieve for the end of this year. And I want you to get into a place of focus, into the zone. Make the decision on the specifics of what you would like. But here's the thing, and in the 5 steps to success, the 3rd step is around getting very specific. I often say to people, think about the specific day, the time of day. Is it by 5:30? Is it by 7 o'clock that morning? Is it by midnight that night? And think of a very specific date and time. And then let go of it. Let it not be the most important thing in your life that you have to do right now, otherwise everything will just bust up. And when you let go of that, but are very clear and intentional on what you want and what you want to achieve, the how starts to fall into place. So I guess I wanted to say the trick, but it's not a trick. I guess the method is to hold the vision of the thing that you want, hold it and be very intentional and very clear, and then let go. Let go, knowing that this is where you want to be. A bit like when you're setting your sat-nav to go to your destination or putting a cross on the map. Know where you're going to, know where you want to be, and then let go. So Ivona says your message here is clear, timely and very helpful. Thank you. No, thank you, Ivona. Thank you so much for watching this message. If you want to continue this conversation, then there is the gorgeous Visibility Vibe Tribe, which has undergone a couple of changes. And now if you'd like to join, you will need to answer 3 quick questions, 3 very quick questions that will take you less than 30 seconds. And the opportunity for us to keep in contact and stay connected, and for me to send out lots more juicy nuggets so that you can get them directly in your lap. But to continue the conversation, just look at the top of the page here and you'll see the Visibility Vibes Tribe. Click to join, answer the questions, and I will be very, very happy to let you in and let you join the gorgeous juicy vibers who are on a mission to make their lives matter. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Dee. Thank you, Ivona. Thank you, Namisha. Thank you, Buzz. And thank you to all of you that have commented and said hello below. I hope I haven't missed you out. Kaslina, thank you for watching. Lisa, thank you for watching. Lots of love to you. And the next time I'll be live will be in the same Visibility Vibes Tribe, but it'll be on Wednesday, where I answer your questions live at 10 a.m. So thank you so much, Dee. Thank you everybody for watching, and do share this in case there's someone else who's burning themselves out and beating themselves up trying to get stuff done in a way that's not serving them. The power of not now. Thank you for joining, and lots of love to you, and I'll hope to see you in the Visibility Vibes Tribe or more information on this page. Thank you. Bye for now.